Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna organize the data by copying, pasting, transposing, and then sorting, so that we get the data into nice rows that we can then easily graph. Right? So essentially what we're going to be trying to graph right now, just put this to the side. So what we want to graph is this value, that value, that value, that value in one group. All right, so we're gonna essentially take this, the values that are gonna be on the X are gonna be the different levels of theory. And so be this, your X value is this one, your Y value is this, X, Y, X, Y, X, Y. If you try to graph it right now, you had to click on each one individually, and it would be a giant pain in the tuchus. So what we're gonna do is use some of the Excel tricks to adjust the data so that it's in a easily graphable fashion. So we're going to transpose, and then we're going to use the data sort. The reason I put the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up top is so that we can sort them in increasing order of size. Okay, so highlight all your data, copy it, come down here, and you're going to paste and transpose it. Okay, we're going to keep the top headers, which are the molecules. We're going to take these, okay, so you're going to highlight your data. Go up here to data, and then sort. Unclick my data has a header. If it's clicked, we want our entire data block. Note that I've highlighted, I left the molecule, the names out, and so I don't have the entire block of data highlighted. Okay, so we're going to try to group them together. So I'm going to group the values in Hartrees. So I'm going to sort this by the name in what I currently have as the C column, and then by what's in the A column. So I'm going to put it in, I'm going to group all of these ones together, and then I'm going to put it in numerical order according to that column. Does that make sense? Okay. So the way you can do that in Excel is over here, you click sort. The reason that we had to transpose it is the sort function only works in columns, right? You can't sort by a row. So we had to take stuff that was in the row, convert it into columns, so that we can then work with it in using the sort function. So we're going to sort by the things that are in column C. We're going to add another level, and then after we sort by things that are in column C, we're going to sort by what's in column A. We're going to sort column A largest to smallest, and then for column C it doesn't really matter, so we're going to do that one alphabetical. Click on OK, and now it brings all of our calc times together so that we don't have to click each one at a time. Yeah, so here where you have column, you'll need to select, oh, here's 9. Over here, so remove it. So you're going to be sorting by key first and then N. So, let's see. Add those to sort by. Oh, no, you're doing plus down the bottom. Okay. So now by N, and then click OK. There you go. So now what it has is all of your calc times together, and values together, and then the methods are in order of complexity. So the reason that we had to put the 1, 2, 3, 4s in there is because Excel doesn't know that STO is the least complex, and so you couldn't actually sort it alphabetically because it would then put STO last. Okay, because I think it does numbers first and then letters. Okay. So we are graphing calc time versus basis set for each one of our molecules. So we can highlight, well, let's highlight the numbers that we had. Highlight this for our hydrogen. Go insert, charts, XY scatter. That's kind of weird.
You missed the, you didn't take the C and H, right? Just straight to H2?
Yeah, don't worry about the C and the H. Just do the H2, CH3, the hydrogen, methane, ethane, propane, and butane. And you'll put them all on the same graph again. And that one, this time, instead of calling it the groups by the method, it's by the molecule. So this one, the name of this one is going to be your hydrogen. The next one will be methane. I'm just going to, as the example, do the first three so we can see in general what they're looking like. It's kind of weird that the STOs, that it's having that loop fashion. Might be that you were both running it at the same time and that slowed it down. Not 100% sure why. So you have sort of a general-ish trend of them going up. Each time that you were doing one of these calculations, did you start from that same HF structure? Or did you take one of the previous? Okay, good. Yeah.
So what's the X values in these?
The X values in this one are the values that we gave the 1, 2, 3, 4 for the different methods.
Why was it on
Hmm?
Why was it on
Yeah. You could also graph this, I think, as a line. Each chart type. You can do it. Problem with graphing it as a line is, no, we'll just keep it this way. This way. I did just the first three. So, sort of, I guess given the amount of time at home, do the last bunch. Yes, all in the same graph. Now, going back to the lab, there is some additional work. So in addition to those calculations, I also want you to run the CBS QB3 only on the small ones. So that's the H, the C, the H2, and the CH4. Where that calculation is at, let's say I'm doing this H2. Okay, for the calculation type, it's actually going to be under calculation type. The CBS QB3, or sorry, CBS QB3. This one actually is a geometry optimization and a frequency calculation. So it is still doing a geometry optimization, but the way that this particular method works, it's called a composite method. It then does a bunch of different single points. So calculations where it doesn't change the geometry in order to come up with a very optimized structure. This particular level of theory is research grade. Right, so I want you to get an idea. The ones that we were actually doing are generally not publishable. They're not a large enough basis set to really be publishable. The CBS QB3 is what you're going to see in literature, at least good literature. That's what it'll be. So I want you to run these so you get an idea of the difference in time and why, for the most part, we're going to be running at a lower level. But I want you to also get an idea of relative accuracy, you know, the methods that we're running versus what you would actually publish.
So we're starting with the HF.
Yep.
And then running it as this one.
Yes.
Second one, last, okay.
Yeah, so starting from the same starting point that you were doing before, run them again using the CBS QB3.
We're gonna have to add a column to the table, is that right?
You could add a column to the table, that would be fine. I had it as a separate question down here, where you just write them in, bless you. But if you want to put them, if in your report, you want to have it as being a separate column, that's perfectly fine. That actually probably makes more sense than what I was going to do. So yeah, I guess add another column for CBS QB3 and CBS QB3, time and value. Okay, so get those ones running, the CBS QB3s.